Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
My name is BGM.
This is Doxy.
And this is Vic.
And you are either watching or listening to Greynoise. All right, everybody. Welcome to Greynoise, the podcast where we remembered our hats today. Or at least,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or at least I remembered my hat today. This is episode 146 of this podcast. That's what we call it now.
This podcast.
So we are here live at the Sin Shop Hackerspace in Las Vegas, Nevada, because it is 7:30 p.m. on a Friday night. The address of Sin Shop is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Crux isn't here, but it doesn't matter because we're still the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. Go to synshop.org for more information on the shop here. That's SYNSHOP. And remember to go to meetup.com/synshop for our meetings, our events, our stuffs that we do here. Hey, Zenify.
We have a very special hat cast today.
Yeah, we have a hat cast. We're the Black Hatters, actually. Hey, we're all the Black Hatters.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. And for information on us, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. We have not spoken anything ill of Sweden, so we can still use that domain. Okay, so let's get down to business. How was everybody's week? Who wants to go first?
I thought BGM had something to say.
I really don't though.
So
I don't remember what I forgot today was Friday.
Really?
I thought it was like Tuesday.
I thought all
Jesus
day.
Christ.
I thought all day yesterday was Friday, and I said it multiple times. Even as someone like as I was leaving, I was like, "All right, I'll see you guys next week." They're like, "It's not Friday, dude."
You're like TGIF. They're like, that's not how you spell Thursday.
It was
You
yeah.
did
It,
the
was,
acronym.
it was a real. It was a real. Anyway, also I saw Solo. Which doesn't
You're like
matter
the
at
only
all.
one. You've seen Solo.
I did see Solo.
Okay. Is it good? Because I feel like the Star Wars stories aren't that like nobody really asked for them. They're just kind of giving it to us, and they're not really that.
I will.
great.
I will 100% agree with you there that no one asked for them, and like we don't really want them. And I.
But now that they're there, it's like, oh well, I might as well watch it.
Okay, so let's say.
Wait, whose phone is this?
The Force. That's not yours.
No,
I
it's
thought it was yours.
McNutt's.
Oh.
In production teams. I was like, wait, what's this?
I saw The Force Awakens 7 times in theaters, and then I saw The Last Jedi 4. I saw Rogue One once, maybe. I didn't care.
You did it backwards.
Okay, Rogue One was only worth the the very last scene.
The last 30 seconds
minute
was absolutely
of the
worth.
movie was worth it. But that's it.
Han's like I wouldn't go see Rogue One again in the theaters, but I will see Han Solo again in theaters.
You would? Is it just because Childish Gambino?
I was going to
absolutely
say
not.
it's because he
Child,
likes Donald.
I'm sorry. I mean
I-
Childish Landino.
I do love.
Good job there, BGM.
I do love Lando Glover. He's absolutely phenomenal, but so is
Lando
surprisingly Han Solo. I thought the guy that played Han Solo was going to be trash. I heard a lot about him like being a bad actor and all that stuff. He did surprisingly well.
That is surprising because the trailer didn't make him out to.
Yep, and
So-
I thought the same exact thing
I was
because
like,
in the
that's
trailers
terrible.
they framed him very terrible. From what I've seen, I saw the movie. They framed him very terribly in the trailers. Like
So-
like it's not an accurate representation of how he plays the character.
So how was Chewbacca?
He's fucking Chewbacca.
But how was his acting?
Fucking Chewbacca.
Penn State.
Well, I mean, okay.
I mean,
It was spot on Chewbacca.
So what are your expectations for Chewbacca? He's gonna roar. He's gonna like punch the shit out of people and shoot stuff. What more do you want from him?
But did he do that to a T?
He did all those things
Okay, that's
magnificently.
great.
I thought like I'm not gonna say it was a great movie, but it was definitely way better than I expected. I'll say way better than I expected. Like I expected to be like this is dumb, but the 2.5 hours went by fast as fuck. It was really good. I thought definitely worth seeing.
Interesting.
All right, guys, you heard directly from Doxy's mouth. It was fast
But again,
as fuck.
I want to caveat that my expectations were so low that could have something to do with
Solo.
He wasn't even trying that time. Wait, did you have a question?
No, I just wanted to comment. Like, I'm getting really. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm getting really burnt out on
Star Wars.
Like everything
Or
having
franchises.
everything having a cinematic universe. Because now Godzilla's has this whole arc.
It's never gonna happen.
Where,
Oh, yeah,
no,
like a Godzilla
'cause-
canon?
No, the first 2 Godzilla movies have already come out, and then there's Kong Skull Island that's going to
Wait,
be
you
part
said
of
the
it
first
somehow.
two. There's
Because
only been one Godzilla movie.
I mean, sorry, the second one was Kong Skull Island because
Oh,
they're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
bring it all in, and it's going to be like Godzilla and King Kong teaming up or going. I don't know. I'm just really tired of all these. I'm getting burnt out by all these
I
CUs.
like it in the sense that I like overarching themes, like and plots and whatnot coming together. Like I like
I know why though. It's because in the middle of the movie, you're like, "That's why."
why.
Like that's why that arc came
Well-
this way, and that's why there's this intersection here of the storyline.
Oh, okay.
Here's-
All right.
here's
You
a-
want to do that? You need to like, you know that picture of Charlie Kelly from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, like pointing to the wall, and there are all these strings attaching images together.
Yes.
Okay, you know that image, the one I'm talking about.
course.
That's how you have. That's the only way to define what the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The Marvel
has become.
Cinematic Universe is very tight. It's very well done.
Is
Don't you dare disparage my fucking.
There's 11
Marvel Cinematic
people in
Universe.
it.
Especially if that doesn't Deadpool doesn't count. That's Fox.
So,
but don't
so,
but don't
so I haven't-
don't
I
you
haven't-
don't you
Hold on.
I haven't seen Deadpool. Are they going to integrate the X-Men somehow?
I cannot say anything because that's a
spoiler.
spoiler. I will say that Deadpool 2 was fucking phenomenal, and you should absolutely see it. If you like Deadpool 1,
I'm gonna see it on Monday.
it's literally Deadpool taken to 11. It's literally that.
Okay.
It's
I'm gonna see it on
I feel
Monday.
like Vic is shaking his head. He did not like it or did not see it. I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I like Deadpool.
If you
1.
like Deadpool, you'll love Deadpool 2.
I like Deadpool 1.
Then you'll love Deadpool 2. It's like everything Deadpool 1 was, but better.
All right. So, anything else anybody wants to add? Because not to cut how our week went short, but we're not a news show, but there has been a lot of shit happening this week. a lot of stuff that we
Yeah, I
can
saw
comment
Solo.
on.
I just talked about it.
Well, shit. Sorry, that's the only thing that happened to you this week.
The New York Times.
Is your phone on right now?
I guess my ringer was on. That was
How
totally
dare
my
you?
ringtone.
Holy
Your
shit.
ringer's on?
That,
What
like,
world
never
do you live
happens.
in?
I have no
you
idea.
Barbarian.
Okay.
I only turn it on at night in case like someone needs to call me while I'm asleep.
So
for
I
some reason.
night
so,
yet.
so I should call you at night. is
I
what
guess I
you're saying.
forgot to turn it on.
Oh, it sounds like we could put my call floater to good use.
Yeah.
Sip for the win. okay.
And blocked.
Not if I can change my caller ID.
By one.
By one, yeah. Just keep incrementing. Do you know this 302 area code? Okay, so there's a lot of news going on. We have to talk about, what is it? The
GDPR?
GDPR, yeah.
Yep,
So there's
GDPR.
if you've noticed, your apps, let's talk about that first because we're kind of going into it already. So if you've noticed, like every single one of your apps on your phone have updated because they needed to update their privacy policy and their, is that also the terms of service?
Term service, privacy policy.
Yeah, just like what they do with your data. And to my understanding, they're kind of modeling it after
Twitter.
after Twitter. Okay, but it's modeled after some EU agreement, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So, I know that it updates the privacy policy on like, okay, this is what we do with your information. Is this more transparent or not?
Transparent? What? Like, what do you mean? Is it more
Like, are they divulging exactly what they're doing with your data, or like?
No.
So,
This is,
so
or is
if
it
I
the
went
opposite?
into your house and drank all your beer, and then like a week later say, "Hey, Chen, I was the guy that drank all your beer," is that being transparent?
In retrospect.
Just in that scenario right there, because that's what's happened.
Okay, yeah, I think you summed it up perfectly. No, it's not. Transparency is to, of course, tell you beforehand.
and I mean, isn't more of the main focus about it allowing users to delete their information, to choose whether or not to delete their information?
Or that it's being collected, tracked, or being passed to third parties.
So I feel like that is transparent, right? Like, I can't imagine.
Yeah, but now they're telling you after they've done all those things.
Like it's already happened. Like, hey, by the way, a couple years ago, we sold your data. You know, we took all your stuff. And
Oh
everything.
yeah, it's a couple of years ago. No, it's been happening up to this point.
Yeah,
nothing's
yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
It's been
Nothing-
happening
nothing's
since at
changed.
least
They're just telling you now.
2007
Yeah,
with
right.
the first iPhone.
Right.
Which is good. It's not worse, definitely. It's definitely not worse. Because we already assumed, if not
Yeah, we kind of
knew-
already knew that it was
Like,
going to happen.
we
But
assume-
now you have it in writing. Yeah, we
now,
took
now
your
we
shit.
know for sure. I mean, which
And we sold it to wherever.
is not worse.
Yeah, real time positioning.
It's like the worst version of beg for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, but yeah. Very true, BGM. Any thoughts on this, though? I mean,
I mean, like I said, I don't think.
I mean,
it's,
we're already-
I think it's better. I mean, not better, but it's not worse. Like it's a good thing, I guess. I don't know.
So the GDPR thing was finalized this week.
What do you mean? Is
Yeah,
it-
it's kind of on topic too, because I'm sure we all got like 500,000 emails saying sites have updated their privacy policies.
so many?
Yeah, that's because they want to be what is the word, compliant. There's the word with the GDPR rules.
Yeah.
And Microsoft, at least one company, Microsoft, has said that.
which one, BGM?
I'm all confuzzled. I walked in like 5 minutes before the show started. I'm all turned around today.
How many Zimas did you drink before you
I'm
got
on
here?
151.
I actually so they're $5 a six pack, so I bought 7 of
So
them.
you
No, I'm
bought
just-
all of them.
No, no. So Microsoft has stated that they're going to apply the GDPR rules not just to the European users, but to all of their users.
See, I think this is good.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think it's bad.
Does that include the right to be forgotten?
I think so. Yeah, I think because that's part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is
GDPR
definitely part of it.
stipulations.
It'd be amazing if Google would follow that precedent.
I doubt it. I doubt.
For those of you who do not know, GDPR, sorry, BGM, GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation.
Yeah, and that was the European mandate that we mentioned on the show about a month or two back. But Google is going all in on AI, and the only way that their AI is going to get better is by taking data from the users, by listening to whenever people say, and sorry for this in advance, but when people say, okay, Google, then they're going to start, they need to know what people want. They're going to need to get that data and build a neural network out of that
Right.
in order
Yeah,
to better their AI.
I think we should all say, "Okay, Google."
Like just randomly, or like?
No, I apologize to anybody listening to this on on speakers. And
Yeah.
Okay. I'd be, yeah. I have no other thoughts on it though.
Okay. Well, like I said, we do have a lot of news to cover. I'm looking for the article now. I should have aggregated this earlier. I was setting up the show, but Alexa. Speaking of Alexa,
Who was speaking of Alexa?
we were Alexa, okay, Google, Siri, all those wake words.
Don't you dare lump Google in.
I mean, I'm like,
Listen,
I'm
be
talking
careful
about
of his
Google,
girlfriend.
and he's like, speaking of Alexa.
Yeah.
Well, it's related. No, we were talking about Amazon using AI for surveillance, right?
Speaking of Microsoft, Amazon is using AI.
All right.
Well, hold on. Now I got to find that damn article.
About Alexa?
Yeah, you didn't hear that? So Amazon is going to be using AI for. They're partnering with the government. You see, now I got to fucking.
Like
find
Google's doing. What was that? What's that project? The Google project they're
Oh
working on?
fuck! I had that in my head too.
Because like a bunch
The
of
one from Google I/O.
No, the one all their engineers are quitting over. Not all of them, but like a large. Portion of engineers are quitting over. 'Cause
Don't Be Evil.
No. They partner with the government to do some sort of.
No, it was for military intelligence.
Yeah.
So the way that they framed it, I was listening to Off the Hook a couple of days ago, and the way that they framed it was Google will be partnering with the Defense Department
Yes.
in order to work with machine learning, AI, and of course, all these recognition technologies in order to kill more efficiently.
Kill more efficiently. I mean,
I mean, that's putting it bluntly.
if you're gonna kill efficiently. I'm okay with that.
And that's partly the reason why I think they're taking away the "Don't Be Evil."
Is that the?
I mean, that's not
Who's at
verbatim.
that wedding party?
The red wedding?
Is that who's at the wedding party
The red wedding.
app that they have?
I don't know.
That's an app?
The wedding app?
No.
Wait, also,
No, I'm losing it.
Didn't Google remove the "Don't Be Evil" like years ago?
No.
like a,
No, there
it's
was
been
a
like
huge
a couple of weeks ago.
There was a huge protest, a month and a half.
Yeah, there was like a
back.
mass
Yeah, it was like
exodus.
1,500 people quit.
Because they were working on this project, and a lot of their engineers, like thousands of their engineers, protested.
Yeah, that's what- yeah.
citing the "Don't Be
yeah.
Evil."
Wait, so they took it off.
Here we
Yeah,
go. Google
now they
employees,
got rid of "Don't Be Evil," so now they're free to be evil.
Yeah, we're free. We don't have it in our tagline anymore. This article here from where is this? Tech Republic. Google employees demand end to company's AI work with the Defense Department. More than 3,000 Google employees have signed a letter criticizing the company for assisting with Project Maven. Thank you.
Maven.
There we go. Project Maven is the actual name of the project here with the Defense Department.
The name of the prod. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Department of Redundancy Department. Leave me alone. I'm drunk. Not drunk. I'm getting there.
Okay. I mean, that's a substantial. This is not what we're talking about, but that's a substantial number of employees, right?
3,000? Oh, I don't know. What's their
That
employee
is
base?
pretty substantial.
No, I feel like
It's a small town.
regardless of how many employees,
It's true.
like regardless of how
Very
many employees you
geeky
have,
town.
if 3,000 are like, don't do this thing, probably like that's a bad idea. You should listen, or at least be like, acknowledge it, you know. But who knows? I'm not Google.
Well, it's kind of interesting that
You're
like
not?
it's kind of interesting that both Google and Amazon have made moves towards this type of use of their technology, right?
Of AI using
AI and
AI
like
helping
facial recognition and you know what? That also reminds me of another story, and I'll find that one too. I don't know if we covered it last week, but did you guys hear about that guy in China who was recognized like facial recognition, and he was like an accomplice, a third-party accomplice to some crime that was committed months ago. Chinese authorities found him in a concert
right.
through facial recognition.
40,000 person
Yeah.
concert, and they located him.
and they
which
located him,
city?
and he's arrested now. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's fucking weird.
That's dope.
No.
No,
Just kidding.
it's not.
Okay, it's dope if you use it for the right reasons, which it never will be. But for that, absolutely.
Okay, the technology can be dope.
He was an accomplice
but-
in a murder.
Well, I don't know what the crime was. Now
I
Google
mean,
it.
awesome. Why wouldn't I want that murderer gone? If he was, I don't know what he did. Maybe he fucking stole it.
You're an advocate for Minority Report, aren't you?
No.
I mean, you just said awesome.
Because
Pre-crime.
it's not pre-crime. Though. He committed it months ago, right? Like, why wouldn't I want him off the streets?
It was. How did they get the facial recognition?
I
Was it
didn't
off
read the article.
CCTV or?
Yeah, it was off the cameras leading
There-
into the
yeah.
into there. Yeah.
So if you go to China, if you
I
go-
mean, I'm okay with that if it's facial recognition. I'm not okay with if they're like using our cell phone cameras to like get facial recognition.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Depending on how they use it, I think it's dope. Like, if it's getting people like that off the streets, awesome, dope. Yes, dope.
So if you ever go to like a major Chinese metropolitan area, if you look at their street, like their street signs, or not signs, but their lamps or their, on the pole, there are like 7 cameras each pole, all pointing in various directions, and there's just constant live monitoring. A lot of their police authority, they're sitting back in CCTV cameras, watching, and like again, every single pole.
Wear polarized sunglasses.
Polarizing like what, IR?
Wear like LEDs.
The LED IR.
And then also a hat. That's why I wear this bad boy.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
No,
You're fixing everything.
Community mic.
Community mic.
Well, I mean, they had a report, and this was a while ago. This was at least 10 years ago, where they said that if you live in a modern urban area, odds on you're on camera probably most of the day, every day. That somebody
100%.
could track a place where you're at and find you. Now, more directly related to what you guys are talking about, you say, well, it's okay as long as they're not using private cameras. But what if they had like a version of an Amber Alert where, hey, there's a criminal in your area, and the police sent out a wide bulletin, everybody put out their cameras. Maybe they had a thing where if everybody put their cameras out, they could maybe spot something from their own thing. Would you be willing to participate
That's
in
a
that?
slippery slope.
Yeah, I know.
That's an
but
extremely
that's what I'm
slippery
asking.
I think that's where he's going. And the thing is, if you're looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, yes, law enforcement will use the technology for the purpose that it was designed for.
No one who's not an idiot believes that.
Yeah.
But well, that's what I'm saying. It's never going to be used the way it's intended by
Right.
flawed humans.
Which is why I'm saying, like, it depends on how it's used. It'll definitely be used in a bad way at some point in the very near future. Probably already is, in all honesty. But, like, if it's doing good things, I like that part of it. Like, facial recognition to find people who have, like, fugitives or whatever, dope. Using it for mass surveillance and stuff, not so dope.
Yeah,
But I mean-
if it gets, do you remember that game, Watch Dogs? If
I
it gets
love
to the
that game.
point where you could just look at somebody and see how much money they're making and
Yeah.
like their health stats, that's kind of bad. But if
Kind of.
yeah,
That's
but-
fucking horrible.
I mean, unless you're
But,
looking,
like-
it's like Tinder 2.0. It's like
Yeah,
you're
that's-
looking, looks like you're looking for your next partner.
That's
or
a-
whatever.
Oh,
That's
he
a-
only makes
that's a weird
30,000
direction for
swipe
Tinder to
right. Oh, wait,
take.
is it swipe right or swipe left?
Because
That's
I mean, that's
I don't know.
that's whatever.
That is a
You-
strange direction for Tinder to take.
I don't think so.
2.0.
It's the only thing left to because Tinder is like right now, like it's just like a platform for like, hey,
fucking.
this is like, well, no, like, hey, this is me in a short
What?
blurb.
Tinder.
This is me in a short blurb. What's up? Like the only thing that you can add to that is like, hey, this is me in a short blurb. Plus, I do this and I make this much money. You can already add that in there, but like if it was like on demand, like you knew everyone.
Yeah, but that's voluntarily, not like looking up somebody's
I'm
face.
saying,
And
like if it was the watchdog thing, where
Yeah.
you could just
Yeah.
everyone you knew, like you knew
right,
everyone.
right. But that's
Like,
that's the difference.
That's
like-
bad. But if they're keeping a database of mugshots for people who haven't been captured yet, or like, have you seen this man databases, and they're using that to cross-reference facial recognition, I think that's pretty worthy. That's
Dope.
pretty worthy.
As I said earlier, dope.
Dope.
So,
to
you
quote
know.
Doxy.
Yeah,
Sure.
don't do that.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk about this Alexa story here. Now, this is coming from CNN Tech. All right, the headline is how an Alexa speaker recorded a. Why is it covered? Hold on. Oh, recorded and shared a private conversation.
I promise we prepare before the show. It's not all.
No, we
off the top
do.
of our
I'm
heads.
just
Don't,
drunk.
don't make promises you can't keep.
I promise we do. Sorry, go ahead.
I walked in 5 minutes before the show started,
Don't
and I
tell
asked
people.
in the public Discord channel, "What are we talking
Hey
about?"
guys, what are we doing today? No, I'm telling you, there's a lot of news going on. Okay, so
Recorded and shared a private conversation. Okay. Go ahead.
yes, the details again. I guess the way that it has been framed, framing. We're talking about
I'm listening.
the fuck was that?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. I'm paranoid. And,
Can you tell this story?
okay, so the
You
way
said you would take the edible later.
How much of this has he had?
I had like
All of that.
I had
Yeah,
like
all
one
of
and a
that.
half shots.
All of it.
Jesus Christ.
This was
all
full.
of it that's gone is chin.
This is 151 rum.
No, if it was half, I'd be dead. No, okay. So, to my understanding, I guess this Alexa device thought that it heard, "Hey Alexa, record this conversation and send it to this random contact."
I apologize for everybody who just had their Alexa turned on.
Sorry,
Okay,
I
wait, no.
just-
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
no. So, essentially, again, bottom line is that's kind of how the story was framed. Is that Alexa, apparently interpreted what was ever said in the room as,
Hey, Alexa.
"Hey." Yeah.
I said it. Hey, Alexa.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But who? Okay. Who did it share the conversation with?
Some random contact in this couple's contact.
Oh, like it
list.
texted it to them
Yeah.
or something?
Well, no, it was like a recorded conversation. Send it, I guess, as a WAV file.
As an
Okay.
email.
As an
It
email.
was
There
as
you
an
go.
email
Yeah,
to
thank you.
some random. So,
So
okay,
now
go
remember,
ahead.
that's how the article is framed. Do you think this was an accident? Do you think this was random?
I think it's an accident. Like I have, as we talked about many times, I have a Google Home, and it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Like when I'm watching TV and stuff, not all the time, but often enough that it's annoying. It'll hear a phrase in the show and be like,
Yep.
it'll boop and start recording or whatever. It's more of a minor inconvenience, but it definitely happens. Like I don't think it, and I could be wrong. Absolutely, I am a lot, but it could be like just simple bad audio recognition.
Yeah, I've had Siri do that. I've had Google do that. I've had a number of them do it. This couple had 3 of these devices in their home.
Yeah.
And supposedly from the log files that Amazon said it happened, said that the device actually said out loud, "Who do you want me to send this to?"
And they just kept
Right,
talking.
and they kept talking, which means that the device picking this up might not have been in the same room they were in.
Ooh, definitely possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys remember, like 2 months ago, when Alexa would just creepily laugh in the middle of the night?
No.
I'm writing a horror movie based on that event.
Oh,
Are you
God.
really?
No.
Did that happen to you, Doxy? Did
They
your
haven't-
girlfriend go all crazy on you?
They haven't learned.
What do I look like? Jesus.
They
Yeah.
haven't learned from this.
They haven't. But I mean, also, it's like it's essentially all these devices are works in progress. Like no audio recognition is that good that it's going to be perfect every time at all by any stretch of the imagination. It's going to fuck up a lot.
I feel like this whole era of being beta testers, but not quite
Pretty
beta
much.
testers, started with Windows, because as soon as Windows 95 came out, people were beta testers for the operating system because it was never a finished product.
Windows
It still
95.
never is a finished product.
But which software is a finished product? Aren't you always in development, or always like kind of? Isn't it a cycle, like a circular cycle, when it comes to software development?
No, I can name a few games that are done.
God
They're
of
done.
War.
Yeah, no.
Half-Life.
That
God
can
of
use
War's
some
not done?
updates. They're bugs.
In God of War, how
Yeah.
dare you?
I'm talking about like Planescape, or Planescape Torment, or Nox. Those are classic games. No
Shut your
bugs.
goddamn mouth.
Those are finished.
God of War has no bugs.
Community Mike.
So there was actually just a release today that Tesla, a lot of companies were, due to stock reports, that Tesla released that they said don't buy the 3.0 because it's got braking issues. It doesn't slow down. And they're saying we'll fix it in a software update because they put so much of their leverage in the fact that, okay, we're having production problems, but we'll write software later that fix it. But that's a problem with something like an automobile where if it doesn't behave, it's not like, oh, well, I just restart it. If it doesn't behave, you get in a crash. If it does, you get in a crash, people
You die.
Also,
so the standards
You
are
die.
a lot tougher for those kinds of things. And I'm just saying, like now, for all these things to get better, the idea that's constant beta is ignoring the fact that a lot of these things are these systems. Like if you're talking about a monitoring system or something that's supposed to be able to call your doctor, if it fails,
You die.
you die. So that the stakes are getting much higher, and people they're not applying the same standards to them that they used to.
Yeah, and I also feel like with the Tesla,
It reminds,
okay. Maybe you can answer. Maybe somebody can answer this for me. When they do push out updates to something like a Tesla, are there specific times that they can push out the updates? Because they're not going to update
in the middle
while
of
you're
going
in the
65
middle
miles
of-
an hour.
of transit,
it
right?
fucking like immediately restarts as you're driving down the highway. Quick
Because
update.
because then there's something severely wrong with being able to push updates to every single Tesla.
I would imagine they would have some sort of system in place where it only updates while you're charging it. Maybe.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a Tesla. If anybody's
I
wondering,
don't
but I
either,
imagine.
but yeah, it can download anytime. It can update because it downloads the update local.
Yeah.
Verifies that download.
like a checksum.
It does a checksum, and then it'll do the update when it's charged.
Yeah, which seems to be the smartest thing.
yeah, I mean,
So maybe that's why they don't have solar panels.
It'll
all
tell
over
you
the car.
you need to charge for the next 6.5 hours because we're going to be updating.
And then if you ignore that, it's like
Well,
you're gonna die.
yeah.
Well,
what
that-
if you,
that
what if
warning-
You, what if you restart your car in the middle of the update?
Maybe it just won't allow you to start your car. Like if it can't push out
Well,
the update or whatever.
yeah, it's not like don't restart your computer while Microsoft is doing its updates,
Oh
right?
boy.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What if you like restart your car in the middle of the update? Can you brick a car?
I bet you can.
I say you
bet
can.
you could.
I bet you
I
can.
bet you
I
could.
mean, you wouldn't download a car, but you can brick a car.
don't assume what I would do.
Okay, so for those of you who are not on our live stream yet, remember we do have a Discord channel. The link is on our site, Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. There's the Discord link. Come on there and chat with us and hang out. And we're there every day of the week, not just Fridays.
I'm very positive in the mornings and in the evenings.
You are. I'm surprised, actually.
Why? I'm a nice dude.
I don't know. You're like, hey, how's everybody's morning going? And then like it kind of deteriorates.
Because
Yeah,
after the
mean-
initial high, I don't care.
I think there is a time where you're too positive because you hear the biggest channel.
I know.
On Discord.
And everybody's like, what's going on?
Every
And you're
single
like, oh.
person's gonna get a notification like, huh,
Yeah.
something important. They log into
That's-
Discord.
Yeah,
you know,
somebody is
Good.
beckoning me.
They're
Good.
Their grandmother's in the hospital and they can't use their phone in the room, so they have to leave their dying grandmother to look at this Discord
And it's just-
message.
and
it's
it's
just,
just
hey guys,
Doxy.
what's up?
How's your
TGIF, and it's a Thursday.
how's your Monday going? For the record, I've never said TGIF ever.
Yeah.
Not even when you were a kid and TGIF was on ABC?
Oh, I used
What?
to watch that.
Was that a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was
cool.
TV shows
That's
on
when
Friday
Full
night.
House is on and Step by Step.
Yeah,
I've never,
Family
I've
Matters.
never watched ABC.
I think you're lying.
Who knows?
He's always lying.
That's
Anyway,
a, that's
sorry,
a
we got-
lie.
We got derailed. Anyway, any thoughts left on this? Wait, hold on, time out. How do we get from Tesla, or how do we get from Alexa?
Because we started talking about pushing out updates to Alexa.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff
right,
about
that's right.
Tesla. I don't have really any thoughts on it. I don't think it's malicious. I think it's just we are a beta
Oh.
test a decade.
That's what I wanted to say. Okay,
Beta
so
testing. What did I say?
like if it was a one-off kind of thing where it's like, okay, the conversation was recorded, right? I think it's less likely to be random when the conversation was recorded and then also sent. Like, what does your speech pattern have to be for Alexa to interpret your words as, "Hey Alexa, record this conversation and then send it to Mike Hunter."
Yes.
If anybody out there is named Mike Hunter.
Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that was one of Satchel's names at some point. Except he dropped the at the end of Hunter.
And I'm Mike Hunt.
Oh. Okay. Yes. I feel like not Mike Hunter, but like that's a pretty common thing to have like it pick up and say send text to who, and then you just keep talking, and then it picks some random
Yep.
pattern. It's like, okay, we'll send it to Davy Jones.
Do you think that's really that likely though? That it's
No,
a
it-
two-step?
Yeah. super
I have
likely.
had Google do this. I have had Siri do this both times. Like come up, become active, and then say, I would say, call this person. They say blah blah blah, and now I'm calling this other person.
Yep. And I was watching something on Netflix, like I mentioned before, and it's like it mentioned some content that I don't have in my phone. It's like call some weird fucking name. I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Also, who's talking to my goddamn Google Home? It's creepy. So
Are you still flirting with it?
every day? I got to train it to know. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I did some training today
Oh.
of my Google of the Android, and I thought it was really cool because I was getting ready to come here.
Wait, so how did you train it?
You
Said
can
sex
there,
phrases. Sorry, go ahead.
you broke him.
there are options. In voice training, it's an option inside the Google Assistant. But anyway, I was making a shopping list because I have to do errands tomorrow. So I was like, okay, Google, add blood to my shopping list. Add blood to my shopping list. And at
Somebody's
each
gonna
time,
be so pissed at the end of
after,
the
I know, they're gonna hate
after
this
each
show.
time, it was like, okay, I added this to your shopping list, and I was like, okay, Google, what's on my shopping list? And it read it all back to me, and I
Sexy.
was like, this is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, we live in the future, and it was.
Yeah.
I was actually really amazed by it for a little bit, but then I realized, it.
It knows what you shop
It
for.
knows what I'm shopping for, and it's probably sending that information to Google. So I deleted.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I deleted the end of it, which says "We live in the future."
Did you put
I
that on your
took that-
shopping list?
Yeah, on accident.
I feel like you have some weird ass conversations at home. I honestly believe you have like weird ass conversations.
Like what?
Like we live in the future to your
Yeah.
shopping list. I don't know.
Sometimes, sometimes I'm like, just before I fall asleep, I'm like, will I wake up the same person, or am I going to be a new person tomorrow?
Do you say this to
What
your Google?
happens? What happens when I fall asleep? What happens to the me that fell asleep?
But I like.
This is why I have the BGMs going mad segment.
Google,
Oh.
tell me what happens when I'm
We haven't done
asleep.
that in so long.
Yeah.
But I honestly do feel like this is like a work in progress decade. Like everything is like a work in progress. Tesla, Google Homes, Alexa, whatever those things. Phones, everything's a work in progress.
Kind of a tangent, but did you guys see that the new estimate for the singularity is like 20 years, less than 20 years,
What was it before?
2045 or 2050 something.
So,
But now it's moved up to like 2038.
oh shit, son.
I do kind of want to be alive to see the singularity, just so I know what's going to happen after. Like I'm just like
You're gonna die.
Well,
So-
I know I'm going to die.
So what do you want to grow up and be in the singularity?
Dead.
Wait. Are you talking about like?
I want.
Do I read-
I want a form of the singularity. So the last question by Isaac Asimov is that entire story takes place after the singularity, which I think is really cool because that's his interpretation. But I want.
Wait, what was
a
the name of that
version-
again? Was it the egg or the question?
The last question.
The last question,
by
that's right.
Isaac Asimov.
The egg is also great.
That's and that's written by Andy Weir, who wrote The Martian.
Yep.
But I want to live in a future post singularity in which it's like utopian, like Star Trek. I think that would be really cool because once the machines figure out faster than light travel and how to make us immortal, then I'm okay. I'll be along for that ride.
Why would
But
you?
what do you want to be in the singularity?
I want to be uploaded
Dead.
somewhere.
I just want to be dead.
I want to be uploaded to his Google Home.
I wanna be
I
an
fuck with him
astronaut.
so much.
Ew, weird, dude. I do weird stuff to that thing.
Ah.
I'm just kidding. Or maybe
Okay.
I'm not. Who knows?
No, but can you imagine him being like, okay, Google, add such and such to my shopping list, and as the uploaded consciousness, I would be like, okay, added dildos to your shopping list.
I don't use it to access my shopping list. All you would do is just play Childish Gambino songs all day, every day. So
I would sing it though.
I
Would
know.
you-
As the robot, I would sing it.
So you want to be dead, I guess.
Yeah, the
Would
singularity,
you
dead.
want to live in like a San Junipero esque
No,
kind of?
I want to be dead.
You just want to be dead.
Consciousness
That's it?
gone.
No,
Just
kidding.
gone.
Just get rid of me.
I could see the appeal in that.
I serve no
too.
useful purpose
there-
anymore.
There you go. You don't
At-
have any
at that-
obligations anymore.
At that
So,
point,
so you
I'll
guys
be,
have no inspiration or aspiring to
You
anything?
guys? I
to-
wanted to be an astronaut.
inside the singularity. You guys, if you could live inside of singularity, what part of the singularity would you be?
I
dead.
don't know. East.
The
I
singular
don't know
point.
how to answer that question.
Yeah. So what do you mean by that? Like, I'm kind of with BGM. I don't understand exactly the context of your
So,
question.
becoming part of the singularity gives you like unlimited possibilities.
Astronaut. Or
You could do whatever you wanted to.
Oh, okay. So
I'd be a.
I'm a little late for this.
I'd be a hand model.
I'm a little late. For
I
this.
hear it pays really good for the amount of work you
So
have
you
to
know
do.
how like
Yeah.
you know how in the Matrix they just plug in Neo and he's like, oh shit, I know kung fu, right?
Yeah, right. See?
Yeah, okay, so it took me 20 years to know what I know now, and so would I want to do that in an instant? I don't know. I kind of like the journey, right? Like you guys wouldn't like
do
the
you?
journey?
No.
Yeah, I kinda like the
Well,
journey.
I could kind of see the appeal in no longer like having any kind of consciousness because then you have no obligations and canceling plans and obligations it feels great. So
Canceling plans is the
if
best
you don't
feeling in
have
the world.
any, if you don't have any to begin with,
If I'm not even like a thing, if I'm just gone, awesome. Not in a suicidal way, just like I'm just gone, like I'm just not there anymore. Awesome.
yeah, that could be a possibility. Nobody really knows.
I hope so.
Nobody really
Sign me up, first in line. Put me in, coach, to be nowhere.
to be nowhere.
Awesome. Don't look at me like that.
Wait.
I'm catching up with our live stream chat.
If your consciousness was uploaded to whatever we have out there, like, are you nowhere or everywhere all at the same time?
Nowhere. They'd be like, Doxy, get in here. Let's get traveling. Fuck you. I would just go back to my wherever I am.
Where would you
Wherever you're
refuse
not
yourself to?
at. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where would I hold myself in?
yeah. It's like, hey, come on this road trip with us. And you're like, no, I refuse. And it's like, they could take you with them.
Kill myself again? I don't know, man.
You can't kill yourself twice, unless you're
How?
James Bond. Get it?
Next.
All right. Well, I tried. That was my one-time joke.
Good. Yeah,
What if
let's keep it to one a show.
What if it's like a Groundhog's Day sort of situation
God.
where like
Ooh,
you
put that-
die
yeah,
and then
put
you
Doxy in there.
immediately do your life again?
This is getting worse and worse.
And
Yeah.
I feel that's the answer to deja vu. I figured it out, everybody. Tonight, you saw it here live. You saw it here
I would
live.
hate myself. Yeah, so I don't want to be part of Singularity. Let me go.
Vic, I feel like you were about to say something.
What's the downside of Groundhog's Day?
Oh, so
You
the
live
original
forever.
the original script of Groundhog's Day, he lives that day like 30,000 times.
Right. I got that from the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of days.
Yeah.
30,000
But
days.
he ended up getting it right.
Yeah, it took him 30. How many
I was
years
about
is
to do that calculation, but I was like, I'm too lazy.
Okay, Google,
30,000.
calculate.
Yeah. Okay, Google. What's 30,000 divided by
It's about
365?
93 and a half years. Yeah.
That's 30,000
That's
days
an
is
entire
82
lifetime.
years.
That's an entire lifetime. He
Living one
he lived
day?
One day for an entire life.
I would beat the shit out of everyone every day.
He did that.
Look what he did.
He
Yeah,
did that.
He did that
It
a
would be-
number of times. He spent like
if
years
that-
doing that.
So in the original script, he kills himself like hundreds and thousands of times.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
kills
that's me.
everyone hundreds of thousands of times.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me.
If Doxy was in the Groundhog's Day scenario, it would be the day that he tried cheese for the first time.
Wait a minute.
Like day
hold on.
29,999. He's like, you know what? I'm just living this day over. I'm just gonna try it, and then he's like, it still sucks.
Here's the thing.
After
Here's the
93
thing.
years of not eating
Here's
cheese.
the thing. I've tried cheese before. I've eaten cheese. I don't like it. It's gross.
There are so many cheeses. There
I'm
are
not
so many
gonna eat-
textures and flavors.
I'm not
There's
gonna
an
eat-
entire rainbow that you're blocking yourself off from seeing. There's a double rainbow. What does it mean? It means you need to eat more cheese.
I'm not going to try every kind of cheese to find maybe one I like and suffer. Because I'm just going to suffer as I'm eating each different kind of cheese.
You don't understand
I
though.
just
When
realized-
you find that one you like,
No.
oh,
You know what
Hold on. I just
you'll
realized,
never eat a cracker the same way.
I just realized, seriously, guys, I just realized how much of my week is spent thinking about how I control Doxy.
Into eating cheese?
No, just trolling you to where you can
some-
just explode into this.
Oh, you
rant.
said control. I thought you said control. I was like, what?
no. Not control Doxy, where I can troll him. I spend a lot of my week thinking about how I could just make him mad.
Do some goddamn work.
I do that too.
Okay.
I mean, my scripts
What,
do that for me.
multitask?
Yeah.
As it
You know what
stands,
this work really gonna? Doxy.
as it stands, I've tried cheese before. Many kinds. Well, not. I don't know how many there are. I've tried more than one, and more than one is too many already. They're all gross. I don't want them ever.
This decade? Have you tried it this decade? Cheese has
Cheese.
much improved.
I haven't tried cheese. The last time I ate anything with cheese, actually, okay. The last time I purposefully ate anything with cheese was when I was 7. The last time I accidentally ate something with cheese was 2 days ago, and I've been pissed off ever since.
Hold on. Eating cheese pisses you off for like 48 hours?
I'm so
I
mad
have
about
new-
it right
I
now.
have new
I have
plans.
a feeling. I have a feeling he's alluding to Taco Bell getting his order wrong.
No.
I have new plans.
Even worse, because when I go to the grocery store, I make a really big effort to find like stuff that doesn't have cheese because I don't want it. So I went through all the grocery aisle and I got a burrito, like a frozen burrito. Normally they all have cheese and they usually say like beans, chili, and cheese or whatever. I'm like, okay, I don't want those. This one just said green chili burrito. Dope. Okay, I got it. Took it home. I took a bite and I was like, this doesn't taste right. Looked at the ingredients, some kind of cheese, and I fucking smashed it into the trash can because I was very
I
upset.
want to
Okay.
see him throw
All
a
right.
burrito.
I was
Hey.
I don't think I've ever been so upset in my life.
All right. A, he throws burritos all the time.
All the
B, it's really easy to avoid cheese at a supermarket.
Not if you
And
want to.
C, burritos are the easiest thing to make. Just buy the ingredients and make it
Hold on.
yourself.
I thought BGM was going to go, first of all, A, da-da-da, and 2, da-da-da, and
first
then
off-
C.
I almost did that. I almost did that because I'm counting with my fingers and saying
off,
letters
okay.
with my face.
First off,
It's hard.
First
It's
off,
hard to separate that.
you're underestimating how lazy I am as far as making things by myself. B, I don't want to make it. I go to the grocery store so I can just like pick stuff up, eat it really easily, like just take it home and eat it.
Just go to the drive-thru at that point.
See, if you had an Alexa, you could actually just have it delivered.
But not cheeseless burritos because they don't exist. It seems.
Oh, I have used Prime now. It's
Alexa,
actually
please
pretty cool.
deliver cheeseless burritos to this address.
See, then if there's no cheese, then there's usually it's a whole thing, dude. Because if there's not cheese, there's beans. If there's not beans, there's fucking other stuff.
Oh,
I
right.
don't-
There's like a whole suite of things you don't eat.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's not just cheese. It's a lot of things.
Butter.
We're not going to get into
You
that
don't
right
like
now,
butter,
though.
which
Let's-
is weird because butter's on everything.
Let's move out. Let's move on.
He could never be Italian. I just realized that.
Yeah, because I'm black.
Like
He can
no,
barely.
It's not about your. First of all, that wasn't even a racist joke on my end. Okay, what I'm saying is, because of your eating habits, you
Dude,
can't be
it's
Italian.
not just
There are
Italian.
s- there-
He's barely a passable human.
No, time out. Actually, okay. Before a cultural revolution where I know Doxy. No, Doxy. Seriously, you
an
could have been
cheating-
you could have been Chinese like 20 years ago.
I'm Chinese now.
That's true.
Well, no. Before the introduction of like Pizza Hut and whatever in China,
Yeah.
they didn't know what cheese was.
Dope.
You could have loved China.
Japan's always been big on cheese. though.
By the way, Pizza Hut in Chinese is bi xing ke.
Being okay.
No, wait. Is that Starbucks?
I don't know. You said
Why are you
it.
asking
You
me?
said it very confidently. You said it very confidently.
Hold on. No, okay. Starbucks is xing ba ke, and then Pizza Hut is bi xing ke.
Xingba, huh?
No, bi xing ke is.
How do you say
Xing ke.
Starbucks?
Starbucks is xing ba ke. Starbuck.
Xingba,
And then McDonald's is mai dang lao.
I don't eat McDonald's anymore.
And that's not just me putting on a Chinese accent. That's how you say it.
Whoa. This is important.
Wait, what did he
now.
say?
He said he doesn't eat McDonald's
That is true.
anymore.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah, he's lost 15
he's
pounds,
losing weight.
and he's not going to lose his eyebrow, and that makes me sad.
It actually looked pretty great, by the way.
I'm really in shape right now.
Okay, for those of you who don't know, Doxy.
Don't
trim.
tell people this.
You look trim.
They could just listen to last week's episode.
Damn, you're true.
Okay, so
You're true.
for those of you who don't
You're
know,
true. What the fuck?
I'm true. I am true. Doxy has, for some reason, made a bet that if he is more in shape than his other best friend, then he'll lose an eyebrow. And I want him to lose an eyebrow, but he's been getting into shape, and I'm sad.
Real good shape. Let's move on from my eating habits because I'm feeling real discriminated against right now. I don't like it.
But I want you to know that we discriminate against you because of what you eat and nothing else.
But your eating habits are awful.
Not anymore. I'm real healthy now. I ate a cucumber today.
Okay.
That's a lie. I did not eat a cucumber. I take that back. I'm sorry.
I eat cucumbers too, separately
I'm
from
sorry.
cheese.
I didn't even eat one. I'm sorry.
Sometimes,
I don't know.
sometimes I will admit, sometimes I do eat cucumbers and cheese together if they're together inside of a salad.
Okay. Hold on, were these all the topics that I wanted to cover? I thought there was like a lot more news today.
Did you track the articles you wanted to talk about?
Fuck no.
God damn it.
What about
God
the
damn
tracking
it.
thing?
Wait, what tracking thing? I forgot.
Cell phone tracking. Yeah. I don't remember this article, but I'm sure it's a thing.
Zenify, fact check, please. What the hell are we talking about?
It was McNutt sent it to Zenify.
Oh, no, that was a different one.
Oh, that was a different one?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's time for the lightning round then.
No. We got this.
Do we?
It's great because Zenify called McNutt a shitlord. And that's funny.
Oh, wait. I'm going to read that later. Okay, so any thoughts, I guess, either on Alexa or Doxy's cheese habit?
I'm going to say this one more time, never again. We are a work in progress decade. Like, everything's in beta testing right now.
That's it.
That's the way things are.
Wait, beta testing what?
Everything. Phones, communication devices like Alexa, Google Home,
Okay.
cars. Everything's in beta test right now. People think they're great, but they're going to get so much better.
Well, I mean, this is the generation of instant gratification, so people want it now instead of when it works. You know?
Don't care how, I want it now.
All right, I'm
Okay.
never going to say that to prompt that song again.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
That's
Fuck
right.
yeah.
We all know where it's from, Jen. We all know where it's from.
That's right.
And it should stay there.
Brooke Assault said
Yeah, yeah. And you know, I saw Sound of Music for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Did you watch Fiddler on the Roof?
Not yet.
Get out of here.
Wow. I can't believe
It's a
he
great
saw
movie,
it.
right?
We're a rich man.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Anyway.
No more comments on this
So
topic?
No.
the article I had was the FBI seized control of a Russian botnet.
Oh, I heard of that one.
It says that
Oh, wait, I think I know what tracking thing we're talking about.
it goes after something called VPN filters. It's sophisticated malware linked to the same Russian hacking group known as Fancy Bear that breached the DNC and the Hillary Clinton campaign.
They pronounced it Fancy Bear.
Fancy Bear.
Did you say it
VPN
differently?
filter uses known vulnerabilities to infect home office routers made by Linksys, Microtech, Netgear, and TP-Link. It reports back to a command and control infrastructure and can install purpose-built plugins into the routers that allow the hackers to eavesdrop on the victim's internet traffic and steal website credentials.
Those pesky Russians.
So, 600,000 devices, 500,000 devices, routers that
So-
were infected with this malware in America.
That they know of.
I'm not going to talk about this article you just talked about. Pornhub started their own VPN,
I saw that.
which I think is awesome. I feel like I mentioned
Yeah, I saw that.
some months ago when I think one of the last times Laugh Fox was here. I don't know, remember, but that porn companies have the capital to do things that other people should be doing, and I think it's great that they're starting their own VPN service. It's free. It anonymizes your traffic stuff. I don't know as far as their log keeping and whatnot, but I feel like they're going to be. I feel like they're going to be above board, talking out of my ass. I have no idea whether they will or not, but I feel like if anyone could do it, it would be a porn company because no one can combat them money wise.
TOS says they're not logging anything to disk.
Boom.
Yeah.
I would trust a porn company with all that kind of stuff. Like, because I said a few months ago again, like they should start their own ISP. They should be the ones to do it because they have the money to do it.
Well, everybody used to blame, like, you go to a porn site to get hacked, right?
Yeah.
Why would a porn site hack you when they want you to keep coming back
They
and
want
spending
you.
money, right?
They want you.
Right.
People are. I'm not gonna say people are dumb. They are. I'm not gonna say it though. But I feel like if you like good new innovation, usually always comes from porn.
Betamax.
Betamax, fucking Betamax, Blu-ray. This is not new technology, but they got the free VPN and all that stuff. Good shit comes from porn companies.
Why?
Yeah,
What
online
is-
streaming, 1080p,
And
1080p
also-
streaming. Yeah,
Wait, that
Also-
was porn first?
yeah, 1080p streaming.
Yeah.
Was
And
first
And
by
not
porn.
even that.
Oh,
the,
shit.
The best thing ever is the the live previews while you're watching a video. Like
I have no idea what you're talking
You
about.
hover over the thumbnail.
When you hover over the thumbnail and it
YouTube's
does a
doing
preview?
that now.
Oh,
You-
we all know.
So,
Okay.
Porn did it
why,
first.
why are porn companies suddenly the paragons of humanity?
Because it's natural.
'cause they have
It's what-
the-
I mean, it's what,
because-
not, I mean, it's what we do.
They have the money.
They have
Yeah.
they have the money to say fuck you to anyone. No one can be like
They have fuck you money.
to the nth degree. They have fuck you money to the nth degree. They can say fuck you to anyone.
I would love fuck you money.
No one's. Yeah, I mean, that's true. No
you-
one's really going to topple.
You can't go
the
toe to toe
porn
with the
industry.
porn company.
It's the oldest profession for a reason.
I get the double entendre now. It's fuck you money.
Community money.
Community Mike.
Just to add to that list, two other big categories, these were industries I work in. All the nonlinear video editing that Final Cut Pro and stuff let out. Porn financed a whole lot of that when it was starting up, and a lot of the digital camera revolution.
People
was
don't
also that they put in billions, and literally whole companies try. A lot of them failed, but between all the things that Shockwave, which was what Final Cut,
Shockwave.
Yep.
what Final Cut Pro wasn't first, and all the Adobe stuff. Porn industry drove so much of that. Companies called like Vivid Media and stuff,
So,
and Larry Flint's
Hey, guys.
enterprises.
People don't appreciate porn companies enough.
could we get a hats off for the porn companies?
I'm not taking this hat off.
No.
Put your hand down.
Fine.
I have really bad hat hair right now.
You know what? So do I.
I just refuse. I just refuse. But honestly,
Thumbs up.
people don't give porn companies enough credit for what they do. They're driving a lot of innovation
I think we should get like a big list
of all the stuff they've
of all
done.
the innovations.
That's a fucking fantastic idea, dude. That's a fantastic idea. Porn.
You could say who developed it, porn or NASA?
Dude, it'd be a great drinking game.
Why does it have to be in either? Why do you not pick my two favorites?
Yeah, porn or NASA.
Awesome. Porn and NASA. We just created a new drinking game. You're welcome, world.
Yeah, porn or NASA. I like that.
I dig it. All right.
Okay, so I know it's probably time to move on to the lightning round, but really quick, there was an article about Securus. I am still looking for it. Now, we talked about Securus last week where, they were compromised, and that was the company that was, of course, saving the location data for law enforcement to use, right? That's what we're talking about?
Yep.
So, again, I got to look for it, but to my understanding, another company or another organization or another so-and-so took that information and, of course, is now making it publicly available.
They were making it publicly available to third parties that paid them for it.
Right.
And not just law enforcement, but third parties. And,
So anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who had the money.
Right.
Like porn companies.
Right.
Wow. Okay. So thoughts on that? Okay, so my thought on this, and the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because these are things that we've called. And I know last week I used the word prophetic, but maybe I'm wrong. But like these are things that we have called in this show about where it will head. Like if somebody is compromised, we know that it's going to head this direction. And I think, again, we saw how law enforcement has these technologies that are supposedly exclusive to them. It gets leaked. It gets, out there in the public. And then, of course, it's used for, reasons that are not law enforcement. And all I can say is these are inevitabilities that we either have to deal with or what?
Nope. We have to deal with. Absolutely.
There's no other way around it.
No.
Thoughts?
Deal with it.
No thoughts.
Nice.
It's pretty
I mean, it's
solemn, right?
yeah, you're right.
Sobering.
This is how the world ends. Not with a bang,
But with a whisper.
But with
Whimper.
But with the refocusing of a CCTV camera.
Anyway, that was just my thoughts on that. All I'm saying is we've called it because this is just an inevitability in the way, like the direction that technology goes when shit like this is leaked. Anyway, let's move on to the lightning round. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Sorry, I'm very Canadian after
Lightning
watching a
round,
whole
eh?
bunch of hockey. All right. All right. So, for those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, now, usually we're not a news show and we talk about random hacker or just nerd culture shit.
Mostly Donald Glover.
Yeah, well, that's Doxy there.
Dawn Lover.
But
so
now
paid bills.
we're actually going to go through the security headlines at zdnet.com/security /topic/security. We are giving our tweets length of an opinion or twit longer now because of BGM. we're going to give our opinion, and we want you, the listener or the viewer, to come up with your own opinion, do your own research. We don't want to tell you how to think. We just want to tell you what to think. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay, Doxy.
Called it.
All right, here we go.
I'm quick.
So, tweets length.
Okay.
Yes? Yes.
I'm really good at that.
All right. Now, remember, we don't have the puns from Satchel this week. Hi, Satchel.
That is true.
So you
we're
gotta be
gonna
creative.
We're going to get to this so fucking fast then.
No retweets. All right, here we go. Ready. Apple reveals latest government data demand figures.
For as much as I don't like Apple, I do like their security policies and shit.
Mr. Vic.
I agree with that. I think Apple actually has stepped up quite a bit of their security policies and their terms of services, far better than Google or anybody else out there.
By far.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the government to start referring to the company as Apple Snowden.
All right. Next article. I don't have an opinion on that because I agree with you guys, but I'm not going to say retweet.
You
I just
said
did.
it.
I know. All right, here we go.
At least come up with a hashtag, man.
Hashtag RT. All right, here we go.
No.
You're the worst Twitter user ever.
Actually, I am. Wait, no. I think
I think I
I
am.
think you are, IGM.
I am.
Okay, next one. Your logo and branded vulnerability aren't helping. How to disclose better?
I don't know what this says. I don't understand that.
Just skip this one.
No. This is okay. So I know what this is. So you know how like when a new vulnerability or a new exploit comes out, they brand it with some sort of bug,
Spectre.
like Spectre, Heartbleed, eFail. They brand it. They market it as like some crazy ass shit. That's what this article is talking about. So let me read it again. Your logo and branded vulnerability aren't helping. How to disclose better? Better disclosure.
I don't particularly have a problem with how they name things. I don't really give a shit.
Do you think they're not scaring the public for unnecessarily reasons?
I don't think the thing should be to scare the public. We should just help educate the public better.
Like just fix it and move on.
Stop clickbait and disclosure.
Yeah, clickbait and disclosure. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
word.
I actually like the way that they're doing it because not only does it sensationalize these vulnerabilities, which makes people want to discover them because then their names get out in the limelight.
Yeah.
It helps people remember that they're out there.
Absolutely, because I was gonna say imagine if every vulnerability was like CVE 11 whatever. I don't fucking know, but like that's super hard to remember. But Heartbleed, you're like, oh fuck, Heartbleed, I know that name or that word. It's easy. It's easy to find.
It's the same but opposite reason why they don't want to sensationalize serial killers because then people want to become them. This way, if you sensationalize the disclosure and the vulnerability, then people would want to disclose to get their names out there. Like, oh yeah, I'm the one who found Spectre.
Okay, I get what you guys are saying.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, I am. All right.
Don't make it weird.
The next article. Let's see. Ad fraud is out of control. Billions lost by media industry, says a new report.
I don't care about ads.
Yeah, I block them anyway.
I haven't seen an ad in years.
Yeah.
Hashtag pie hole.
Ads freak me out, man.
Yeah. Isn't it weird when like you don't see an ad for a long time and then it's like, holy shit, there's
Yeah,
an ad.
like,
What is that doing there?
Why are you talking to me like that?
Yeah, as I'm sure, like we always have like
What the fuck, network?
browsers full of like ads, like pop-ups, like or whatever, and then you're like, shit, like this is just normal. But now it's like, if I see one, it's like, what the? How the
Yeah.
fuck did you get in here?
I once
How the fuck did you get in
Like
here?
an
I
unwanted
once
party
went
guest.
on Reddit on a computer that wasn't mine,
Oof, oof.
and I was like, "What is this site?" 'Cause not only does it look completely different now,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
they
like
changed the
there are
layout,
ads
yeah.
everywhere too.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But with like RES, Reddit never changed its appearance to me. I always had it,
Yeah.
or I used the app.
I use
Lesson-
Bacon Reader.
There's a lesson: don't use other computers.
Yeah.
So the only thing I want to say about this is it's not just ad fraud that is out of control. I think ads in general are out of control, but I wouldn't know that because, again, hashtag piehole. Okay, next article. Pass Protect, which is an app. Pass Protect tells you if your password has been pwned. I wonder how they do that. Well, I think I know how they do that, but that's kind of interesting.
By storing your password and checking it.
Well, yeah, checking it against probably leaks.
So they're taking your password and then passing it on to another service to be able to check to see if it's part of that
That leaked database
right,
or whatever.
without any interaction with you.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
this-
not going with that.
This actually isn't new. Password managers, a lot of them have this functionality built in. They don't check.
Oh, really?
They don't check. Oh, your password is compromised here because someone else logged in or whatever. They
think it's
check that.
username.
They check. No, what they do is they check that you have an account on this site, and this site was exposed in this vulnerability, so you might want to change this
Well,
password.
that's a good thing to say. By the way, you log into this place, and this place
Yeah,
has been compromised.
I use Dashlane, and every time I log in, they have a thing that pops up saying these sites were compromised, and this,
change your password.
we recommend you change your password here.
That's an awesome notification. That should be the boot notification on every computer.
All right. The next couple of articles are interesting, but we kind of covered it. I still kind of want to put this in the lightning round, and then we'll call
Last
it a
one.
day. Let's say last two.
We've done like 7 already.
Well, yeah, but we have time.
Okay.
All right, last two. Google, Facebook, so the two of them, hit with serious GDPR complaints. Others will be soon.
I don't know the extent of these complaints or what they're about, but with someone. Sorry, Vic. I feel like Vic wanted to tell me.
No,
I
on
was
purpose.
gonna say with someone with the resources of he looked like he was gonna hold on a second.
I don't have anything to say. I just had to relieve gas.
No. With someone with the resources of Google and or Facebook, fix your shit. Like, get it done. That's all.
Okay.
I think it's honest to say that those services, you got to pretty much watch what you're doing on them.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
They're not going to help you with anything but selling what you already know.
Yeah, tell more to you or about you.
Agreed.
The complaints came in within hours of GDPR taking effect.
Well, that's just
Within
people being weird.
hours.
No, I think there's actual complaints.
Yeah,
I think there's
it's
actual
people,
complaints.
I think it's people refreshing, and the moment the clock rolled over, they're like, "Well, my data's still exposed, and I still don't have the ability to delete it." So, complaining.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there that like to delete stuff that they put online.
Me.
All right, last article, because it kind of is interesting, deals with IoT, Internet of Shit. Smart lock user.
Shit doesn't start with a T.
It does now. All right. Fish.
Shit.
The Internet of this. It's an anagram of shit.
Oh, there you go. All right. Z-Wave pairing flaw lets attackers open your door from yards away.
Z-Wave.
Yep. We know this. This is just inevitabilities of where technology is going.
Just use a goddamn deadbolt.
Have you ever been to our lockpick nights here?
Yeah.
People are getting really good.
Get a good ass expensive deadbolt if you can.
Yeah.
With the disc lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get multiple
This,
locks.
Z-Wave was showed vulnerable in 2007.
Goddamn.
Wow, really?
2007.
A decade or more.
Yeah.
So I have the article. I have not the article, but
Cheater.
CDNet pulled up right here, and the subtext says up to 100 million Internet of Things devices could be at risk. So my hashtag is duh. Every Internet of Things device is at risk.
I can't wait for the next attack.
Unless you can put your own password in, it's at risk.
That's how you get. What they say it was just over 500,000 routers that were compromised, and by Russian
500,000, yeah.
by Russian bot.
Yeah,
Well, how
imagine
many
that.
Internet of Things do you think there are?
Oh boy,
Yeah, the Russians got
at
everything.
least 2 per router, right?
Yeah,
This next attack is going to be real juicy.
I think so.
Real juicy.
I think it's
Shaping
going to
up-
be awesome.
Shaping up to be the fire sale from Die Hard 4.
Hot dog.
It will be oligarchy of vulnerability. Okay. That brings us to the end.
Real life starting to catch up with Hollywood hackers.
I know, right? Isn't it crazy? Like they're starting to use more so words like fire sale and
Who uses that? No one uses that but you.
That
No,
was
I
a
heard that
made up
shit.
term. That was a made up
it
term
was
for that movie.
No, it was, but I heard it in my podcast sometime this week. The ones that I listened to,
Yeah.
Did you?
I did. I did.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They're using that term now because I guess it's real. Like
It
I mean,
is-
like
it's absolutely real.
especially with Internet of Things, if you think about it,
Yeah.
right? Because it's what was fire sale in Die Hard? It was like this command and control thing that took over everything.
All the infrastructure must
Yeah.
go. Fire sale.
There you
That's
go.
why they. That's why they called it that.
You were going to own everything. Is
Exactly.
What it means.
I mean-
Fire sale means you own everything. It's pretty much what's happening. You
Die
know,
Hard.
you don't get like 6 terabytes of data per second trying to DOS somebody without holding a lot of devices
Yeah.
in command.
I just want to comment on what Doxy said. It's not really Die Hard. I don't really consider the fourth one
4?
4 plus.
That's what
real
Justin.
Die
The
Hard
fourth one
movies.
was with Justin Long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't really consider them real Die Hard.
The
movies.
first.
The fourth one is the one
3
where he drives a car into a helicopter.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like an 18-wheeler, right?
No, it was.
Was it a regular
It
car?
was like a SUV, I think.
I thought it was like a F-35.
Can we consider Death Wish Die Hard 4?
Yeah.
Was Death Wish good? Was Death Wish good?
Death Wish was pretty good.
The new one. You know they made a remake, right? It was good.
It was pretty good.
Hold on, guys. Let's keep this for Greynoise After Hours. And if you don't know how to watch Greynoise After Hours, we don't either. We're still working on that show. So this brings us to the end of the lightning round. As you can tell, we've run out of time, but never out of shit to say. So join us again next week, like every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. We will be here at the Sin Shop, like I said, every Friday night. So the address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. We are always going to be the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. Go to sinshop.org for all that information. Go to meetup.com/sinshop for all of that information. That's classes and whatnot, et cetera, et
So
cetera.
much information.
I know it is. And go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se for more of this, what we're doing here, this. All right, my name is Master Chen.
My name is BGM.
This is Doxy.
And this is Vic.
Good night, everybody.